What is going on, boys and girls? We are here doing the tournament bracket predictions. See if I can't win. See what we can do here. Let's get right into this. Let's go ahead and create. We'll do both the men and women in this video, because why not? So first off, Alabama's winning this game. I don't care who wins that. Alabama's winning. I got Maryland beating West Virginia. I just don't think much of West Virginia right now. I don't know a ton about a lot of these teams. I do know Charleston is a super big upset team, I would imagine here. I mean, they went 31-3. I feel like they honestly might have the upper hand. I know they probably played a lot less opponents, and both teams haven't won against the top 25 opponent. They averaged more points. I mean, they just played in a crappier conference. It's a big thing that really got them to this point. I think they could pull off the first real upset here on my list. I don't think Virginia will be upset by Fulmer. I just don't see it happening. I mean, they got about the same record. Virginia's 3-3 against top 25 opponents. Actually, realistically, this could be an upset if Fulmer was probably a better team. But again, easier opponent, so I think I'm going to give that one to Virginia. Creighton will beat NC State here, I believe, pretty easily. Now, obviously, this is a little sketchy here. Like, that's not great ever, having that bad. But I still think Creighton is going to win this game pretty handily. Baylor's going to win here as well. I don't even know who this team is. They did have a solid season, but yeah, Baylor is clearly going to be the better team in that matchup. Missouri will also beat Utah State. Utah State, they got a solid record, actually a little bit better than Missouri, but they haven't beat a top 25 opponent. Missouri's actually got a winning record, so I'm going to go with Missouri there. I don't think Princeton's going to pull off the upset against Arizona State. That is a fantastic record against top 25 opponents. Again, I don't know. They could play number 25 6 times. But let's go ahead and do the other side of the bracket before continuing. Houston's going to win this game. It would be awesome if North Kentucky can beat them here, but I just don't see it happening. Houston is a fantastic team. North Kentucky hasn't even played a top 25 team, so who knows how good they truly are. I also think Iowa will end up beating Auburn. Iowa has looked pretty damn good, even though their record doesn't show for it, but that conference is absolutely torturous against just great teams. There's so many in this list. I think Drake could pull off this upset here, to be completely honest. I never bet against Drake in basketball. Miami has a good chance of winning as well. I feel like I might go. I think I'm going to take the Drake upset here. I think there could be a lot of upsets this year, and I think Drake upsetting Miami is a possibility. Indiana versus Kentucky, I think, or not Kentucky, Kent State. I think Indiana's going to win this pretty handily. Kentucky hasn't beaten a top 25 team all year. I just don't see him pulling off the upset here, so I'm going to go with Indiana. I don't really think it matters who wins that game here. I think Iowa State is going to pull off the W here. They, again, played in a much tougher division. Xavier will win this game as well. I have high hopes for Xavier again. They actually played a top 25 team, but they lost, so it doesn't really matter to me. Texas Tech versus Penn State. This is a pretty good matchup, in my opinion. I'm going to go with Texas Tech before I finish this, just because they have a better record against top 25 teams, and they are the better team. Penn State, though, could give them a run for money and pull off the upset. So this is the biggest upset I'm going to pull off here. I'm going to pick Colgate to win this game. I know Texas has a good top 25 record, but Colgate, they got some fire under their skin right now. So I'm going to go ahead and go Colgate. Is this the complete list? Because Oral Roberts isn't here. Or did I miss him? I don't. This is only the South. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I'm going crazy. All right, so Purdue's going to win this game. I don't care who wins that. I got Memphis winning. I like Memphis quite a bit. They pulled off a huge upset over Houston. Oral Roberts is beating Duke. They have been... They're an underdog going into this, and I have them running deep. You'll see as it go on. I think Tennessee will handle Louisiana pretty easily. I don't even think it's going to be quite a matchup, so I'm going to take Tennessee there. Kentucky versus Providence. I'm actually taking Providence. I like Providence every time I see them in the tournament. They both have losing records against top 25 teams, although Providence has gotten an extra win, so I'm going to go with Providence. I don't think I don't think this is going to be much of a matchup. I think Kansas will end up pulling off the W there. I didn't click that. Anyway, so Michigan State versus UCLA. Anyway, I think I'm going to go with. man, that top 25 record just doesn't scream winning to me. I'm gonna go with Michigan State. I wanted to go USC, but I'm just not doing it. And Marquette is going to handle their business here. I don't see that being a true matchup. All right, so let's go ahead and look over here. Nice for Howard to finally get in. I know it's been a little while, but I don't think they're beating Kansas anytime soon. Arkansas, Illinois, that could be a really good matchup. I'm going to go with Illinois just because this is awful. That is just so bad. I don't have high hopes that they're going to turn it around in this tournament. So I'm taking Illinois here. I actually have VCU upsetting St. Mary in this matchup. I feel like VCU in the tournament is going to make a run at it. I mean, I'm into them right now. You know, honestly, their opponents score a little bit more, but they're pretty much even on offense. So it could be a close matchup there. UConn, whatever that one is, Ion or whatever. I'm taking UConn there all day. Although Ion could pull off the upset, they haven't really played a tough opponent. They got about they average a little less points, but that's about it. They have the same defensive rating. I'm gonna go TCU here. I don't care who they're playing, Nevada, whoever. Also Gonzalez here. I don't think Grand Canyon has any real shot at upsetting them, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with Gonzalez. Northwestern as well. I don't think Boise stands much of a chance. Although this could be a good game, but Northwestern having a good time in the top 25 is always huge. And I do like Asheville here, but I'm not picking them over UCLA. So we're going to go with them. All right, so now we got to this point. We're going to kind of spread through these a little bit more. Alabama's going to beat Maryland pretty handily, I think. I think Charleston pulls off the upset against Virginia. And I think Creighton beats Baylor. And I think Arizona moves on there. So over here, I think Houston will beat Iowa, but that would be a really good game. I think Indiana will beat Drake. Xavier will beat Iowa State. And Colgate will beat Texas A&M. I have faith in Colgate this time. Now, how much farther will they go? Probably not much farther, but we'll have to see. I also think Memphis will knock off Purdue. They knocked off Houston, so I can't see it. I also think Oral Roberts will knock off Tennessee. 2 upsets right off the bat. They will, in their Providence, will not beat Kentucky or Kansas State, and Marquette will also beat Michigan State. UCLA will beat Northwestern, and TCU will actually upset Gonzalez. Gonzalez hasn't been that impressive to me this year. I also think VCU can pull off the upset against UConn, and Kansas will beat Illinois. So we'll go back up here to this side. So Charleston's run will come to an end. Alabama will handle them easily, and I think Creighton will actually end Arizona's run. Xavier will end Colgate's, and Indiana will knock out Houston. I think that's how that's going to roll out up there. Down here, Oral Roberts will beat Memphis. Well, I'm huge into Oral Roberts. I think they're underrated. It's 12th seed. I think they can make a push. Kansas will knock out VCU, though. Marquette will knock out Kansas State, and UCLA will knock out TCU. So we'll go back up here and do these guys first. So I think Alabama wins pretty handily here. I think they're just the better team right now. Xavier will beat Indiana as well. And down here, I think, honestly, Marquette will knock off Oral Roberts, bringing that amazing run to the end. And Kansas will evidently knock off UCLA. So I think Xavier can knock off Kansas. And I think Alabama will knock off Marquette and win it all. That is my picks. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the women's bracket. And I'll see you in just a second. All right, and we're back. We're here with the women's bracket. This is going to be a little bit more straightforward. I might actually go a little bit quicker because people don't care as much about this. Obviously, I don't even care to look South Carolina winning that game. This will be a game I'll look at because it's going to be close. I think I actually like South Florida in that matchup. It doesn't matter. They're both losing the next game. I don't see too many upsets here. Oklahoma, UCLA, they're going to pull out the dub. Same with Creighton. I also think, there's not many upsets that happen in the women. It's definitely less common than the men. So realistically, the women brackets are pretty straightforward. I do have a couple upsets I did kind of want to showcase later in this. I'm also going to take Oklahoma State in that matchup. This might be one of them. Hold up. Yeah, this is one of the ones I was really debating about. Now, they do have a good top 25 record, but I do want to see some type of upset, even though I don't think it's going to matter too much. Cleveland State, I don't think stands much of a chance, but that is a fantastic record. And Villanova has struggled this year. I think we're going to take back-to-back upsets. That means one of these seeds are going to actually make it to the Sweet 16, which is crazy for the women. Michigan will handle their business. I don't think Hawaii's much of a chance. I mean, look at UCLA's. Oh, boy. Yeah, they have no shot. How are they the 3 seed? Holy crap. Princeton and NC State. I think this could be a lot closer, but NC State just has played better opponents, and I don't know if Princeton is quite there yet, and Utah's going to handle their own business. Obviously, I don't care. All the 1 seeds are going to win in the women's. I don't think there's much of a debate here. I'm actually going to take Gonzalez here because Ole Miss, they haven't beaten a top 25 opponent. Drake could be another upset because, like I said, you can't ever count out Drake. And I'm actually, I'm going for it. I'm taking Drake right there. East Carolina versus Texas. I think Texas will handle that business pretty easily. Colorado is going to handle their business. Duke will. Georgia versus Florida State. Georgia just can't win a top 25 opponent, so I don't see them pulling off an upset here. Iowa will also pull off the W. Obviously, going to continue. All 1 seeds are winning. I don't think there's much debate there. It's the women's bracket. I'm actually going to take a wild shot here and go with South Dakota State. I feel like they could pull off the crazy upset. Toledo could pull this win off. I mean, they are perfect against top 25 opponents. They have a better record, but they haven't played as many real opponents. So I'm going to have to go with Iowa State because this is a women bracket, so upsets don't happen. Same thing here. Tennessee's pretty easily going with the win. North Carolina will pull out the dub. Same thing. James Madison could actually really put up a fight here. And honestly, I'm going with James Madison. I think Alabama, despite the fact they haven't been a top 25 opponent, I think they're going to feed off what the men are doing, and they're going to also advance. Let's go back up here and continue through this. So South Carolina will beat South Florida. UCLA, I think, yeah, they're going to win that game. Although, that's a crazy stat right there. But, yeah, they're going to win that game. This could be a really good matchup here. I'm actually going to take Creighton to upset. Also, Maryland's going to win that game pretty handily, I think. No 1 seed getting upset. This could be a really great matchup. I'm going to go with the 12 seed, but if this happens, that would be really cool. I don't think Michigan stands really any chance in this game. I don't know why LSU is a 3 seed. It just doesn't make sense. Utah is also going to win this game pretty handily. All right. So Stanford will continue their win. Drake could pull off the upset here. I could see it happening, but I'm going to go with Texas. Can Colorado pull off the upset here against Duke? I think so, actually. Looking at this, I like Colorado more, to be honest with you. I'm taking Colorado. Iowa isn't going to lose this game. I don't see it happening. They have been fantastic. They have one of the best players in the nation on their team. Obviously, all the 1 seeds are going to continue winning because they're just it's women's. Ooh. Tennessee ain't winning that game. Ooh, they cannot win against ranked opponents. I really want to see James Madison pull out the dub, but they're not going to. They're not beating UConn. All right, back up to the top, and let's go ahead and get through this. So South Carolina's going to win, obviously. Indiana's going to win. It was a good run. Not worth it, though. I'm going to go with Maryland. Yeah, I'm going with Maryland. And this is a good matchup. I'm taking LSU here, but Utah could win that game. I could see it happening. Down here, this could be a really solid matchup. I actually think this will be the first 1 seed to fall. I'm going to go with that's the first 1 seed to fall. Now, I don't think Texas pulls off the upset. I think Stanford wins and moves on. This could be a really, really good matchup as well. But Iowa, I think they're just too good. UConn, so I think they're just that much better than North Carolina. So let's go back here and continue. So South Carolina, they don't lose. They're not losing to Maryland here. Let's be honest. I wish they would. As a Maryland fan, I wish they would. I grew up there. Kind of hope that would happen. Also, I'm taking LSU. I'm taking LSU. I'm not lying. I'm taking LSU. I like them for some reason. This could be a fantastic matchup. And I actually think Iowa pulls out the W here. I'm full in on Iowa right now, and I think they could shock the world here. Also, I think honestly, Iowa State, both Iowas making a push, although that Iowa will lose to LSU. But this one I think will beat South Carolina. This is where I'm going to get a little ballsy. And I'm taking Iowa over South Carolina easily, and I am winning it all. But tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.